Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of White Album2. Let's continue the story with Mari and Haruki. Yeah, let's just go in, I guess. You heard me in the previous episode, I'm kinda tired of Haruki. But hey, let's go. Pretty normal road, huh? Haruki woke up, and he's supposed to call Mari. So let's go. Also, I probably need more light. Yeah, she got a phone from work.
今日ですか？それも今から？ただいまスケジュールを確認いたします。ちょっとだけ調子合わせて。
Oh! I thought like she got actually a phone from like work or something at first, and Haruki is going to call her later. Never mind, they baited me. Good job, good job. Wow. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fatigue, I guess. Like, mental and physical. Mostly mental. Also, yeah, I'm not. I'm not doing the drinking game. I'm not going to drink each time Haruki says sorry. No. Anissa, who seems to have found a good excuse to escape the hallways, immediately changed her tone of voice entirely. And my presumptions had shattered along with it. This isn't the second day since that day, but that harsh reality of it being the third.
もしかしてその間ずっと俺マリさんのベッドで
大丈夫よ。北原いびきとか歯ぎしりとかしなかったから。
そういう問題じゃ
I understood the mystery of the blanket by the sofa, as well as the fact that the troubles I've caused Mari-san have been piling up, like the interest to a loan shark since that
ご
day.
めんなさい本当に俺どうやって償えばいいのかまだわかりません
私はもうそのセリフは飽きた。
それでも俺まだ自分が許せませんマリさんに許してもらったことも納得できてません
まだそんなこと。
いつまでも言います蒸し返します俺はそこまでひどいことをしたんだから
Yeah. As much as she calls me dummy, she doesn't seem to show any sign of ridiculing me with the word as always. Instead, it brings with a mysterious loving compassion or perhaps kindness, things that are indescribable by words alone. Mari's unique and revealing voice is filled with such things.
マリさんの方ですよ
なんだと？おい、それはどういう意味だ北原？
Thus I can't accept that uplifting nice form of reprimanding from her.
そうやって頼られるまま誰にでも世話を焼いてそれで裏切られてたらどうしようもないじゃないですかそれで人を見る目があるなんてとんだ自信過剰です俺を信じるなんて
生意気なことを言うようになったな。それも師匠の教えの賜物だとは
思いませんよ全然
I can accept the absolved way Mari-san refuted that.
大体今のお前の言葉には誤りが2つある。私は裏切られてなんかいない。それと誰にでもじゃない。
Because I feel so unworthy, I can't help but succumb to the urge of crying in this seemingly casual
な
conversation.
んと言われようと俺は謝り続けますごめんなさいそしてありがとうございます
I think like Haruki like saying I'm sorry in a single road is like him trying to compete to the appearances of the bald elves in Io. Like, what's more, them or Haruki saying sorry? As much as Marisan won't accept my apology so easily, she at least accepts my desperate attempts to be grateful bashfully. Also, yeah, you thought you can escape the elves in White Album 2. No, you can't. I'm not letting you. I know I have not recorded IO for a while, but... The response pleases me, but pains me more at the same time.
私今からそっちに
Yeah. Like, Mari is more like a mother to him, really, at this point, to be honest.
いえ、そろそろ帰ります。
そうか
Even though we had the same conversation just 2 days ago, Mari's reaction is completely different from what it was back then.
まだ自分の中で消化しきれてないことはたくさんあるけど、
I'm sure that her reaction has changed with my own. Hearing my voice, my choice of words, they're all different from what they were before.
それでもマリさんのおかげで眠れるようにはなりました。ここ
ゆっくり休めよ年末年始の分もまとめてな
This is yet another worry, or rather, yet another debt that I had to pay off.
近いうちに心の整理をつけたら、またマリさんにお礼を言いに来ます。
待ってる
その時に一昨日のこと決着をつけたいと思ってます。
何度言わせれば気が済むんだ私たちの間にトラブルなんか何も
何度言わせれば気が済むんですか。それじゃあ俺の気が
Of course, Haruki, this is the same thing that you are talking with Setsuna for the past 3 years. Yes, we all know this.
本当に強情なやつだ
Yeah.
譲れないところは絶対に譲るなと教えられました。俺の仕事と人生の
そんなに年の差はない失礼なこと言うの
Also, because of like Haruki being repetitive, like I said, you mentioned in the comments like that's why, for example, key games, each road is written by someone else, and that's why protagonists feel a little bit different each time. That makes sense.
それじゃあ切ります。
なあもうちょっとだけ待ってないか私今日は早く帰るからさ
まだ俺マリさんに顔を合わせられません。勘弁してください。
そうか
さようならマリさん。本当にありがとうございました。さて
He's going to bail. He's going to go out. As I ended the phone call, I indulged in the view of the sun rays. As they settle ever so slightly to the west from where they were before. In a cold yet radiant winter sky, I feel as though I've gained a tiny bit of new-found courage. Ah, maybe he will not actually bail out. Or will he?
やっぱり
Yeah, okay.
にしても私の部屋じゃないみたいだ
Oh, he... House husband.
いい主婦になるな
I didn't realize. Like, he cleaned the floor and everything.
布団
Yeah.
干してある
Wow.
しかも消臭までなんで自分がいた形跡をわざわざ全部消していくん余計なことしやがって
Yeah. Like, this is weird. Like, in comparison to, like, other, like, roads, like, it feels weird, but maybe it feels weird because it feels normal. I don't know. Like, it feels like Mari is behaving like the most, like, optimal, logical, normal way, I guess, in the situation. Like, she's like the... like, openly, like, extrovert, but really, like, really shy, in a sense. Like, privately. And she's jealous about a lot of stuff. Like, also, Haruki, what the fuck? Talking about your, like, still liking your ex while, like, you have, like, Mari next to you. But Haruki also, of course, does not realize that Mari have feelings for him. But, like, the way, like, Mari is behaving is just normal. Like, Haruki refused to go home. Yeah, I'm just taking you with me. Like, rest and stuff, you know? She's like his superior and at the same time like taking care of him because he was like on the verge of breaking. I don't know. It feels like she just behaves like normal human being. I guess maybe that's why it feels weird in comparison to other roads. Because every other one had like something going on around them that they kinda like needed Haruki for, if you think about this. Like, Koharu had a problem with Yada, and by going to Haruki, Haruki was helping her, right? Chiaki as well. Chiaki went to Haruki, and Chiaki did that to learn like basically Haruki and how to behave and stuff, so she can like utilize this in the future. And Mari is just helping him for the sake of helping him because she likes him. And that's it. She have no like outside ulterior motive in the back of her head. That's what's different here. Well, I guess 10 days have already passed since the new year. Sorry for the late New Year's greeting. Though I wonder if I should be apologizing for attempting to check up on you so casually like this. If you see this text and find it ridiculous, then please just block my number. I'm well aware of how much I've wronged you at least. But I somehow always end up thinking about you. So after hesitating a lot about it, I decided to text you. How have you been? Did you come to university today? Have you been able to return to a proper early morning lifestyle? Though I guess I can't imagine you overstepping Haruki-kun. Or perhaps you've been unaffected by it at all. Have you let it all go completely and started a new life? This is exactly the same. I even could skip this. Wow. This late in the game, I could skip the text. Wow. Okay, I did not expect it in like some different road to be able to skip the text. I did not expect that. Perhaps I'm contradicting myself. Well, I will end it here. Final exams are coming. Let's both work hard. Yeah. I don't even know how many dozens of times I've read this text already. It was Setsuna's first text since that day. Her first text after more than 2 weeks had passed. From the odd fact that she had free time, the fact that she's been more polite than usual, along with the formality of her text title, I could tell she was feeling the same sense of distance that I am. After we parted the way we did, it must have taken an extreme amount of courage for her to contact me of her own accord. I suppose Setsuna understands that as well. She knows that after we parted the way we did, neither of us would have the strength to initiate contact of our own accord. Happy New Year! Thank you for text, I'm not angry with you at all. There's no reason for me to be, of course not. I guess I can only be mad about not being able to contact you myself. I've been going to university since yesterday. Lecture. I've been living day-to-day life properly. Going to my part-time job, studying for tests, yep. Advancing my life, studies don't count. Enough about me though. How things with you, Setsuna? You've been worrying about me in your text and didn't write anything about yourself. It's actually making me quite worried about you. I'm glad that you contacted me, but you should also write a few lines of what's happening in your life, you know? I have a feeling like I've read this already as well. In the end, I forcibly leave my usual words of sermon before my thumb reaches for the send button. At least that's what I had hoped to do, but in the end I pointed towards the backspace button instead of held it down. Instead, and held it down for a long time. The many lines of words on the LCD screen get erased, turning my tens of seconds of hard work to naught. Okay. So after all, he did not answer, huh? That's also different. He usually answers to Setsuna. There's no reasons for me to feel upset though. After all, this is something that's happened tens of times before already. I should head home. It's Wednesday, 2 days after the winter holiday had ended. The sky that should have adorned the campus today is dull and grey, as the cold air and howling wind blend together, subjugating us to hardness of the winter. I'm just kidding. The real reason I had such a sentiment towards what was merely the sky today was because of that confused feeling that I've been harboring since last night. The reality of which I've been hoping for, yet unable to look directly in the eye. I guess contradictory is the only way I could describe it. Sansa's text made me genuinely relieved. Even with its simplicity, she still maintains her usual gentleness and slightly forced forwardness. It's good that she recovered. She hasn't written anything about it though, and while I can't tell how she's now, at least she's back to her life in society as she used to. Well, that's what the text told you. In reality, she is probably sitting in her room, crying in the corner. She's living a more proper life than I am. I don't know. We both are kinda like outcasts at this point. And because of that, I can probably face sets not the way I am now. There's no way I could go meet her. Or because I've done something terrible. So terrible that anyone would harbor contempt for me if they knew. God damn it, Haruki. And also because that matter hadn't reached a conclusion yet.
北原ですけど、松岡さん、マリさんいますか?
That's why it's about time I settled this. I need to be honest with Marisa about everything. And you're honest with her is like, I'm sorry for like jumping on you and stuff. I'm sorry for existing. That's you being honest, I guess. Because you can't do anything else. I'm sorry I'm complaining about Haruki so much. I don't know why, but like, in this road, like, I don't know. Somehow this road in particular, Haruki is triggering me. I don't know why. I cannot explain this. Sorry. I'm trying to like keep calm and stuff, but Haruki is kind of triggering me here. Maybe it's just too much of Haruki. I don't know. I need to tell her what I've always wanted. What I've always wanted her of all people to hear. More importantly, I need to tell her that I need her help. As much as I've got ties of my own accord, and as much as I don't have the right to ask for help because of that, I've been content with her just hearing me out. And that's the problem. You want just to be heard out, as you say, and Mari wants to actually be with you. And you don't recognize this. And instead you talk about your ex. Jesus. I mean, I understand that he can like not understand what is happening because like she's older and she's his boss and stuff, so like he have no reason really to like from Mari behavior, like she shows like openly behavior to the behavior that she shows openly to Haruki. He have like no really clue to realize that. To be honest, like mostly we know because of the thoughts and the dialogue when like she's alone and stuff. So like from reader perspective, from Haruki perspective, I can understand why he doesn't get this, I guess. But anyway, that's just perspective, I guess. I need to tell her about what happened 3 years ago, about Kazusa-mi, a story about 3 people. Okay. So you will go and tell her actually about everything. That's also early. He never said this so early to anyone, I think. Okay, never mind. Checking you all the time, so it doesn't count. About the 3 years that had passed since that day 3 years ago. About the 2 people who remained since then.
それで本題なんですけど、二人きりで会いませんか？
And that's what causing misunderstandings, Haruki. What do you think that it may imply? She's going to be disappointed. Again. She's going to go with like full hopes of like, oh my god, what Haruki wants, like why we're going to meeting to like alone, like oh my god, I need to look pretty and everything. And like they meet up and like, okay, Mari, listen, I'm going to talk to you about the love triangle I had back in the high school and about my exes. About the events that happened prior to the Christmas party in the editing department. About that Christmas Eve where I ended up hurting someone and getting hurt myself. The real reason I got hurt. The person who ended up really getting hurt by my actions.
マリさん、
I needed to tell Mari-san the reason why I did those terrible things to her that night. A reason worse than my every actions towards
す
her.
いません。無理ですよね。あんなことしておいて、こんな勝手なもして忘れて。
Of course, you will just start apologizing. I need to tell her that I've been feeling lonely because I've been incapable of connecting with Setsuna. And how this loneliness has been piling like the snow that fell on that day. And how they culminated into the astonishing truth of me ending up shoving such a muddy flow of dark feelings that had festered within me and to her. Despite Mari-san having nothing to do with
いいん
them.
ですか？本当に？ありがとうございます。
When I tell her all that I've wanted to say, I have no doubt she will be completely disappointed with me this time. Yeah, like, whole point in Haruki life is like, oh my god, I have to make people hate me. I just have to. I cannot live without people hating me. Like, Haruki's triggering me this road. I'm sorry, I don't know why. It never happened before, really. Like, somehow this is triggering me. Maybe because Mari is normal. Like, every other road, like, the other party was also dysfunctional to some degree. Mari seems to be pretty normal. Maybe that's what's like... Maybe this is a disproportion. Worse yet, she might even be beginning to despise me deep inside.
時間と場所はそちらに合わせます。今週は一つもバイト入れてないし。
Even so, I have to talk to her. If I want forgiveness, I can't get it without being completely honest with her. It's because I want to be in the same workplace, to be accepted as the new employee a year from now on. You want forgiveness? That's the first time. Like, Setsna's forgiving you all the time and you just keep saying no.
わかりました。じゃあ、連絡待ってます。
I completely understand that this is perhaps the most selfish request ever. Even so, I want to return to those days, the days of having that relationship between a caring senior and an unreliable
あ
junior.
りがとうございました。それじゃあ。
Mari-san is truly an irredeemably kind, as I thought. Facing my selfish request of wanting to meet up, I could have sworn that she was so scared that she couldn't respond. Yet she accepted my request in the end. But I'm glad. From here, I just have to wait for Mari-san to tell me the date and time of our meeting. All that's left is for you to just wait a little while longer, Setsuna. After I make my decision, after I completely settle things here, I will catch up with you again. And then I will tell you all that I've done, and if you can look at me in the eye after all that I promise, I will face you again, Setsuna. Okay. Even though I know I will never be forgiven by you. Calm down. Mm.
すまない。 遅くなった。
いや、そんなに遅れてないです。約束の時間からは。
Past 15 a.m. Sunday at the moment. At first, when Marisa initially decided for us to meet up at the bar, the three of us went to before at first o'clock on Sunday. I suddenly asked the off-point question of a bar open during the day.
どうしても片付けておきたい仕事が手間取って、明日はさすがに休みたかったし。
Okay.
確か先週の土日も前出だったんですよね。
その前まで5連休取ってたんだ。仕方ないよ。
Working non-stop until 1 a.m. on Sunday is impressive feat by itself. It's that Marison's labor standards are full of holes as always. Yeah.
何飲みます？
うん。それじゃあ最初はビール。
Like last time. First I will have some beer.
今日は酒はやめとこう。
Oh,
ジ
okay.
ンジャーエールで。
大丈夫ですか？
私が酒を頼まないというのは、それほど目をひんむいて驚くことなのか？
I mean, yeah. Judging by your character, yeah, that's weird.
熱は？気分はどうですか？
Yeah.
寒気がするとかありませんか？
Are you sick?
人が予防線張ったというの？
Wow.
お前というやつは。
It's not that I'm trying to tease Marisa and deliberately attempting to feign being strong. It's just that she doesn't really look to be in the best shape today.
飲まない理由。
I mean, she just told you that she was like working for 5 days
今日は真面目な話なんだろ？
to like late hours, so she get like little sleep. But hey, still better than Haruki during the whole week, like alone. He was like not sleeping at all, pretty much. She's just extremely serious about work. Still like unhealthy, serious, like this is like workaholic, but still like still more healthy than Haruki.
マリさん。
さてと。
I really like this
それで
CG.
乾杯しよう。
This is very nice CG. Also, this is not the beer. They're lying to me again. Actually, it tasted ginger ale. That's not ginger ale. They're lying to me again. Madison takes a sip from her ginger ale that was served in front of us less than 30 seconds after she ordered it. That's why I've put aside the unnecessary questions such as, by the way, what's the second reason? And the like, and brought my own glass to Maris.
今週はほんと疲れた。仕事の進捗も悪かったし、休みボケがまだ残ってる。
そういうこと言うから心配になるんじゃないですか。
If she's working in a state like this, it's no wonder that she's not making any progress.
そうよね。余計な心配かけてごめんなさい。
そうですか。
それで何話って。電話じゃえらく深刻す。
あ、じゃあ。
ちょっと待って。
She definitely thinks that he wants to confess to her or something. Like 100%. She's going to be so disappointed. Is she really okay?
バイト辞めようと思ってます。
Oh. Oh, that's actually unexpected. I mean, I guess you could expect this. After what happened. He doesn't want to see her because he's like self-guilt basically. Damn. Oh wow. Okay, I like Mari pouting face. That's nice. That's cute. Madison finally returned and sat on her seat when my glass of cola was about half empty. Despite this, I knew I'd only be replied with "I'm fine," even if I expressed my worry about her condition, so I immediately cut to the chase. As Madison sips into silence, wearing a stern look, I can't tell if she's acting like that because of what I just said, or for another reason.
いずれ正式に挨拶に伺いますけど、マリさんには先に言っておくべきだと思った。
私はテスト期間中は休めと言っただけで、やめていいなんて一言も言った覚えはないぞ。
俺の判断です。
Yeah. However, Marisan clicking her tongue at me right now, undoubtedly because of what I just
マ
said.
リさんには迷惑かけることになるかもしれません。
迷惑なものか。仕事を始めて少なくとも2年は教育みたいなもの。足を引っ張りこそすれ、会社に利益をもたらしたりしない。
そういうもの、
松岡を見てみろ。あいつがいい。
本人も気にしてましたけどね。いつも松岡さんをオチに使うの。
あれであと2年すればちゃんと使えるようになるんだ。会社ってのはよくできてるんだよ。
へえ。
まあ私はバイト時代から頭角を現していたけどな。
Is that really all she had to tell me? And here I thought she was about to explain something more
で
complex.
もそういうわけだったら俺が辞めても問題ないですよね。どうせマリさんの役に立ってるわけじゃないんだし。
Haruki, I'm so pissed. Oh my god.
どうしてお前は対極的に物事を捉えること
ただの給料泥棒だからじゃないですか。
会社的には後で回収するはずの必要な投資だ。ひよっこがそんなこと気にするな。
Yeah.
おこがましいんだよ。
Marisan, who didn't seem to look at all that well from the start, is getting increasingly cranky, and the tones in her words getting sharper.
そろそろ就職活動も始めないと。
Ah, and why not the job you are currently having? What a mystery.
うちに入るんだから、うちで働くことこそが就職活動だ。あんまりうだうだ言ってると内定出ても取り消すぞ。
意味わかりませんよ。
うちの会社にうじうじしたやつはいらない。
Whew.
いらないならここで働いても就職活動にならないんじゃ。
いい加減にしろ、北原。
Yeah.
お前、私を怒らせるためにわざわざ呼び出したのか。
そういうつもりじゃ。
Yeah. Like, I'm with Mari. Like, Haruki is like pissing me off. I don't know. I don't know, like... And with that, Marisan behaves like a child, looking sulky, puts her lips slightly to her glass and puts on an exaggerated frown. However, whenever she scolds me like that, I manage to cheer up, even if only a little. I brought up my intention of resignation and ended up displeasing Marisan to such an extent, and as paradoxical as it is, I'm admittedly a little embarrassed.
ねえマリさん、
なんだ。
俺本当に海洋者を狙ってもいいんですか？
Yeah!
もしかしたら。
お前がうちに入ったらグラフに抜いてくるに決まってるだろ。何のために人事の同期と今でもつながってると思う？
Yeah.
結構打算的な友情ですね。
嫌なのか？私の下で働く子。
いえ、嬉しいです。本気で。
だったら
でも俺マリさんにあんな。
何もなく
Ah.
何度言わせれば気が済むんだ。
そう簡単に拭えるものだなんて思ってないです。俺も。
あんなものティッシュでさっさと拭え。
Why you keep saying other people what they should feel? Stop doing this shit. For me or for you. Like, stop telling her how she should feel, how Setsuna should feel, how anyone should feel. Like, they feel how they feel. I feel pissed about your behavior. And if someone tells me I should not feel pissed, I don't care. Ah. Like, if someone have like good like arguments why I should not feel pissed, sure. But Haruki is here just like, oh yeah, you should do this and this and this, just like me. Without like any real like arguments or something. It's just like self-despite. Ah. Help. I need help. I don't know why. Mari is way too normal for Haruki. This disproportion is pissing me off, I think. I can't explain this, I'm sorry. Maybe I just have like weird days when I just hate Haruki for whatever reasons. It's like actually day after I recorded the previous episode. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stressed from work or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll record something else. But for the time being. To calm down, I don't know. It's not easy enough with a tissue. Well, I don't have... Okay, yeah.
俺のしたことは女性に対して最低に卑劣な行為です。
そこは突っ込んでもらわないと。
無理ですよ、そんなの。笑い話になんかできるわけありません。
After all, Marisan, don't your shoulders start to shake the moment I brought that up? Haven't you distanced yourself slightly more from me compared to when we came here before?
厚かましいかもしれないけど、
Yeah, and you don't know why.
マリさんがいつか忘れてくれる
Of
の
course he doesn't know why.
前向きに償いたいって思ってます。
Marisan's current attitude immediately makes me feel a little lonely, but I do my best to speak positively.
来年の春、きっと俺編集部に戻ってきます。一生懸命働いて返します。
だから今すぐそれをやればいいんだ。遠慮なく限界まで
今はダメです。俺、
そこまで落ち込むくらいならあんなうかつなことしなければいいんだ。だから落ち込むなって言ってるだろ。いや、
はい。
She's doing her very best to act cheerful around me, though there's one thing deep down in my heart that I can't ever forgive. I did mean to do what I did back then, which is why feelings are all over the place right now. That's why I can't remain calm in front of Marisan. I had acted the way I did toward Marisan back then because I did indeed see her in that particular way. For now, I need to put some distance between us and let things cool down until I no longer view Marisan as the woman. Haruki, I beg of you. Though I wonder if I really can do that.
そーっとしておいてください。その代わり1年後、
You really can't move on, huh? You really refuse to move on.
マリさんの下に戻ってきますから。
If someone does not push you, you really does like refuse to budge. Okay.
生意気やがって。
Marisan's voice was sulky as it should be, but it was mixed with a little bit of the accent that sounded like a pout.
自分の気持ちばかりで人の都合を考えない。
Yeah.
これだから近頃の若いやつ。
マリさんだってバ
バーボン、一番強いやつ。ロック、いや、ストレートで。
今日は飲まないって言ってませんでしたっけ？
飲まなきゃやってられるか。せっかく。
マリさん。
Yeah. Honestly, I shouldn't be expecting this, but this, as usual, she's exceptionally cute when she pouts. As I thought, they really are similar.
もう一杯。
ピッチ早すぎです。
Even though she seems to be bluntly suffering, Marisan since then downed 3 glasses of bourbon in a quick succession.
うるさい。お前なんかに私の気持ちが分かってたまるか。
Yeah.
話してもらわないとわかるわけないです。
You refuse to understand anyway.
わからないでしょ。俺の話まだ終わってないです。だからこれ以上飲まないでください。さっき
この程度酔ったうちに入らない。
それでもここまでにしといてください。これあとは俺がいただきますから。
While this certainly does appear to be about how much she usually drinks, she's clearly pushing herself today. After all, her complexion is quickly turning pale. This isn't the time for me to just look at her with a pleasant smile.
勝手に話せ。ちゃんと聞いてるから。
Having her glass taken by me, Marisan gets increasingly sulky, puts her chin on her hands and turns her face away from me.
じゃあ話します。俺があの夜
The glass that I took from Marisan was marked with a lipstick that seems slightly brighter than usual. Yeah, like I said, like she tried to look nice because she thought like it's going to be like kinda romantic. I don't know why she would think that really. I mean, I guess because of like how she feels about Haruki. But like realistically speaking, she could expect him like not going to like confess to her or anything. To be honest, you know? That's the part that she mistook. As I raised the glass kiss mark to the light, I began to talk in a bite-sized bits.
感じてたこと全部。その上で
Because if we don't talk this through, there's no way we'll understand each other. Even if me doing so happens to be the most despicable and selfish act itself.
長い話になります。3年前に遡りますから。マリさん、あの DVD 見たんですよね。
Not only did Marisan turn her back to me, but now she stopped giving a reaction.
一緒に写ってる俺のことも。
In spite of that, I still believe that she's honestly listening to me. I returned back to the way I was 3 years ago. As a class rep of the Hojo High Class 3E and a backup for the Light Music
あの
Club.
ユニット、学園祭の数日前に結成したって前に話しましたよね。もともと出る予定だった連中が女絡みで空中分。その後、トーマを引き込んで付きっきりで教えてもらって、なんとか人前で演奏できるレベルにまで押し上げてもらったって。そんな風に俺今までずっとトーマカズサのこと。でもあの舞台の上には俺たち以外にも俺なんかよりトーマなんかよりもよほど目立ってて、観客の注目。本当は俺が最初に同好会に引きずり込んだのはトーマじゃなくて、彼女は今でも俺と同じ北条台にいて、それで。
Yeah.
マリさん。
Yeah. No wonder that was a reaction. The moment I was finally about to delve into the main point of conversation, Marison let out the sound that suggested that she was about to throw up after listening to me for a while. Yeah. Yeah, she's crying. Yeah, you just told her, like, you actually have a girlfriend, and she's going to think, like, you are just playing with my feelings and everything. Ah. I stand corrected. She really was throwing up. Oh. Well, that's probably mostly because of the info she got, and that was shock. Of course, yeah, sure. Sure, maybe she was just drunk as hell. And just that. But I think that was also in combination with the info. That's what I'm feeling. Oh, and it's a mess again. As I finally find the switch to the lights in the darkness, I discover the apartment where I was taken care of, in the same state that it was back then. It really has returned to the way it was back then. It only took a week, despite the fact that I cleaned it up so fruitfully. Okay. I raise my arms that have been supporting Mari's body and slowly place her on the bed. Nice CG. Mari's face is still pale, and cold sweat is dripping down her forehead.
とりあえず薬飲みましょう。俺、ある程度なら持ってます。胃腸薬と風邪薬と。
You have all of this on you?
どれがいいですか?
Jesus, Haruki.
本当に用心深いや。
これくらい常識ですよ。
What do you mean common sense?
飲めますか?
As I hold out the cup to Marisan as she remains collapsed on the bed, she replies to my gesture only by slightly opening her mouth. I reluctantly tilt the cup, such that its edge touches Marisan's lips without spilling any water. And she drinks the water in small sips as it slides down her throat.
熱はないみたいなんだけど、今も気分悪いですか? 首を縦に振るのも横に振るのも飲み終わってからにしてください。
お前が水を飲ませながら質問するからだ。
True. In any case, she still seems to be properly conscious.
悪いなら無理して来なくても、連絡さえくれれば日を改めたのに。
そんな甘え、仕事じゃ通用しない。
これは仕事じゃなくてプライベートなんですから、少しは 甘えがあった。
うるさいな北原は。
Seeming sulky, Marison turns away from me, though she also relaxes her whole body and slowly stretches out her limbs. She's doing this right in front of the man who attempted to violate her just recently. I know she's not feeling well, but she's still way too defenseless. God damn it,
明
Haruki.
日病院行ってきた方が。
On the other hand, like, technically, yeah, true. But we talked about this last time. Like, yeah, like, seems like way too careless, but at the same time, it feels like she trusts him to do this, so, yeah. Like, he didn't do, like, what she didn't want it, so she trusts him, basically, in the matter. Mm,
明日は
the
どこも
hospital.
休みだ。ついでに私も休みだ。
なら明日一日おとなしく寝てるんですよ。
お前は本当に説
おや
教臭いやつだな。私の方が何もかも立場が上だってのに。
マリさんが心配だからです。
私は大丈夫だ。正直もう随分楽になった。今から飲み直すことだってできるぞ。
やめてください、無茶は。
As I remained exasperated about the fact that Marisan whining like a child, I can sense signs of improvement from her, which is naturally quite a relief. Her complexion still isn't looking too good though, and she hasn't completely stopped sweating either. Even so, compared to her miserable state, that was so bad that she couldn't even whine back at the bar, she completely does not. She completely does seem to look a lot better. What is it? Doesn't she look a little too comfortable? Before I notice it, she's only wearing her shirt. She's unfastened her belt and even the hook on her skirt. While I can't see anything critical, I can catch a glimpse of what's beneath the gaps of her formal wear. I shouldn't be saying this, but her bare skin and underwear are...
本当に大丈夫なんで。
ああ、もう全く問題ない。心配かけてすまなかった。
俺はどうでもいいんです。マリさんは
本当に楽になったよ。北原のおかげ。
そう言ってもらえると。
そっか。
俺そろそろ。
Yeah. Mary's unkempt state made me realize
そ
something.
れじゃあお大事に。しばらく編集部にも顔出さなくなりますけど、お元気で。
God damn it. The current sin I'm saying that is no different from what I saw the previous week made me remember.
なんでだ。
なんでって、それが常識だからです。
I just can't continue to be in this apartment. After all, this is the scene of the crime. Oh my god!
私を見捨てて帰るのがお前が常識なのか。
大丈夫なんですよね。つい
Jesus.
今そう言いましたよね。
Which the way I am now, I can think of the reason why Marison taking like an accusing tone with me at the moment.
お前は私の言葉を額面通りに受け取るのか。肺炎の時だって鼻風邪と言い張った人間だぞ。40度の熱があっても休んだことないんだぞ。
だから明日はゆっくり休んでください。それでも辛かったら。
And you believe that she will do
休ん
this?
でください。
この前泣いてるお前のそばにいてやったじゃないか。
You tell him.
なんて
But
不幸
why?
せ。
Why is she taking an attitude with me that I can only describe as extraordinarily cute?
これはあなたを
ああ、そうだ。この最低男。
Mari stops defending me at the moment she starts pouting.
そうです。俺は最低なんです。
She was kind of joking there.
さんのそばにいるべきじゃないんです。
Oh my god. And once Mari starts pouting, she destroys herself with logic that's uncharacteristically full of holes. I look at Marisa once again, while keeping my distance. A prominent red has returned to her once pale face, but on the other hand, her wet eyes are reminding me of another emotion right now. While her expression is undoubtedly angry, it's difficult for me to make out the other emotion that's mixed in. And it might be a blend for more than two emotions to begin with.
帰ります。
北原。
Give me yogurt! I can't. If I continue staring into her eyes like this, there's no doubt I will feel drawn to her
と
again.
にかく今は寝てください。明日起きて、それでも辛かったら電話ください。
待て。待って。
And if that's were to happen, I end up doing the same thing I did back then. Rather, I might not be able to restrain myself given how feeble Marisan is this time.
それじゃあおやすみなさい。
違うんだ。これは別に。本当に病気でも何でもないんだ。
Okay.
じゃあ何だって言うんですか。どう見たって。
だからこれは多分薬の副作用。
Side effect. Oh my god! Let me guess. She took the how does it call this in English? God damn it. Consumption, like pills to not get pregnant. And that's like what like messed up with her, basically, or something.
いい加減なこと言わないでください。
Like she's totally ready for him. I guess that's what she's indicating here.
ピル。
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was right. In that moment, I simply couldn't understand what Marisan was trying to tell me at all. I can only deduce that she was confessing something ridiculous to me. From the way she seems deeply in thought, and how her complexion flared up instantly. Feels.
一昨日から飲み始めたんだ。仕事の合間縫って婦人科行って。
Yeah,
処方してもらった。
okay.
どこがいいとか全然わからなかったから、沢子に泣きついて簡単な問診だけで処方してくれる病院を探してもらった。
My mind went blank.
仕事の合間に食事抜きで待合室に並んで、しかも沢子に思いっきり生温かい目で見られて。
But that medicine
なん
is...
でそんなものを。
なんでって、それを言わせる気か。あれの用途なんて一つしかないだろ。
It's a contraceptive. Okay, yeah. That's how it's called. As she mentioned, she started taking them one day before yesterday. The day after I called Marisan saying I wanted to meet her. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So she totally expected that to happen. If all that said, what are you trying to convey to me?
だから。
I was completely rooted to the floor the instant Marisan murmurs those words to me.
なんで俺だってマリさんにあんなこと。
仕事、今は絶対に辞めたくないんだ。だから妊娠だけはダメだったんだ。
Yeah.
そういうことじゃなくて。
Yeah, she said before that she does not want children yet. She never said she doesn't want anything else.
そういうことなんだ。あの日お前を受け入れなかったことに、それ以外の理由なんかないんだから。
The thoughts in my head vanished once more. Yeah, like she said exactly that last time. Like she said no and then was like, I don't want children yet. She literally told you that. It's because she unveiled the trump card that completely invalidates the scene of my deplorable actions back then.
いや、ごめん。もう一つだけ隠してた。旅行中毎日飲んでて、肌ボロボロだったから、それもちょっと抵抗があった。
そんな。
Okay.
鈴木のやつひどいんだぞ。久しぶりに会った途端、人の顔まじまじ見て、肌荒れてますよ。
ちょっと。
だからしばらく酒はやめてたんだ。それと仕事帰りに深夜営業のエステに通って。
待ってくださいマリさん、待って。
Yeah, of course.
でもさっきつい勢いで飲んでしまって。肌に悪いわ、気分まで悪くな。
そんなくだらないことはどうでもいいから。それより。
Before I knew it, Marisan's face was right in front of me, even though I'd only sided up beside her bed to witness her feverish expression up close.
くだらないとは何事だ。ベストじゃない体を晒してお前にがっかりされたらどうするんだ。
That's why I can hear Marisan's angry, shrill voice ringing in my ears. And I can feel Mari's warm breaths teasing my
今
cheeks.
週だけで
Jesus!
つぎ込んでるんだからな。お前が二人きりで会いたいなんて言うから。
Holy fuck. That's a lot. Why would someone like her waste so much money and time for my sake? I wonder why. God damn it, Haruki. If she gone so far and even forgave me after what I've done to her, does that mean she
俺
is...
をかばうために無理してそんなこと言ってるんじゃ。
Ah. Of course that's the conclusion you have, Haruki, of course. She's offering her body as the ultimate form of protection, also she can relieve me of my thoughts of
く
guilt.
だらないこと言ってるのはお前の方だ。なんでそんな卑屈な態度ばかり取るんだよ。
だってマリさん。
Ah. As I thought my attempt to belittle myself was cut down in a single stroke. Here's the one thing that's just typical for Marisan to do.
だとしても、それほどまでに大切な部下だということだ。求められたら。
Of course that's your answer because you're embarrassed. Yeah, that feels like Mari. That's not thought a superior should be having, and it's not something that a subordinate should be allowed to do either. Words like those just can't come out of my mouth anymore. The only thing that's happening is that my hands are unknowingly reaching out to her. No, I don't want to have any excuses anymore. Without hesitation, I winkily reach out towards Marisan's cheeks.
やっぱりマリさんは愚かですよ。
Same as you!
違う。これはリスク管理だ。
I don't know, a superior who's spoiled by her subordinates, but I can't imagine myself meeting a superior like her even ever again in my whole life.
だって私はお前より
My hands tickle her cheeks. Marisan averts her gaze from
私の
mine.
方が大人なんだから。いろんな対策は
そういうのは普通。
そうやって
You're clearly unable to control yourself.
しまったらどうする？悔しいじゃないか。
マリさん。
I won't let her turn her face away like her eyes, so I put my hands on her cheeks.
してもいいですか？
なんでそんなことわざわざ聞くんだ？
Wow, she's so embarrassed about this. I mean, yeah, that fits her character.
あの時はごめんなさい。
I mean, fits her current character, I would say, because in the beginning she felt different, but she clearly like opened up and she's like kind of different now. Still feels like Mari, but like more private Mari. I don't know. It's still within norms of her character, I would say. After all, this is different from the horrible way things transpired back then. I'm quietly desiring her from the bottom of my heart, and I'm calmly realizing what that means. Understand what I'm trying to do right now, and I understand who I'm trying to betray right now.
マリさん。
待って。
はい。
That's why even if she rejects me before I can do that, I will do my best to not let that happen.
私やっぱり
やめます。
With the way Marisan's lips are dyed red in the front of me, it's difficult to resist the urge to make an advance at her. But with the way Marisan is right now, I absolutely can't force the issue. I just can't commit an act of betrayal again. Though upon two people, no less.
は磨いてくる。
That was so random! Wow! Whoa! That was so self-conscious random answer. Wow! Such a self-conscious random answer, holy shit. But the determination I built up was destroyed by Marisan's word filled with even more determination.
このままキスなんて。だってさっき私。
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, true.
あ
Oh my god. Oh, okay, I didn't expect this. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, she felt sick and trashed into the washroom.
どうしてこうなんだ。早く気づけよ。
俺は気になんか。
お前が良くても。
Once again, I can feel Marisan's breath on my face. Her voice rings in my ears. I can detect the slightest scent of alcohol, but it isn't repulsive in any way. It's actually smells quite nice.
少し待っててくれ。
30 minutes?
ついでにシャワーも浴びてくる。
Oh, okay.
全部洗ってくるから。
Okay, okay, I see. Okay.
マリさん、体調の方は。
絶対に帰るんじゃないぞ。もし帰ったりしたら、この前のことを警察に通報してやる。
Okay, 1 second. Okay, that was my instant thought. I wanted to just scream it out, but I managed to hold it up and cut the video, so I can make a meme. I will tell the police what happened a few days ago, and Haruki is like, yes, I won. That's what I wanted. Just take me in. Take me to the jail. I'm sorry, that's too perfect. Why this road is like actually funny? Like, what is happening? I don't understand. I'm pissed about Haruki, and at the same time I laugh. And like I don't know, this is weird. I cannot, like, what is this road? I like this road, but for random weird reasons. What's happening? It seems that I've been worried for nothing. It seems that her condition is something entirely trivial to her, given how frustrated she is right now. Okay. When I came out of the bathroom, the room had changed to indirect lighting. Since then, it's been an hour. Marison used the bath and then she let me use it as well. I properly filled the bath with water, made sure to hit the tap and slowly calmed down my racing heart. Because it's the same situation as back then, so I don't want to make the same mistake I did that time. The bump in the futon above the bed doesn't move an inch, but that also brings up memories of that time.
マリさん、
But I don't stop there. I've already got past the point. By hurting the people in front of me. Person that's hurting in front of me.
いや、
こっち向いてくれないとキスもできない。
やだ。
She's so bashful. This is so cute. Like, despite her being like cool and awesome boss, you know, and like confident, hardworking, like she's actually extremely cute privately. When you consider how strong her tone normally is, the words coming out of her mouth with that pitch in her voice are unimaginable.
その勝手に済ませてくれ。
As if she's trying to hold off until the very end,
言ってるわけじゃないんだ。
Marison abruptly turns her back towards me. Also, yeah, I will just do the stop voices now. It's going to be soon, so... She probably doesn't get it. The fact that if she takes that attitude, I will only rise her... It will only rise her heartbeat unnecessarily.
触ります。
I strip off the futon hiding Marisan, exposing her limbs, as they're not surprisingly curled up. Beside the small area covered up by the bath towel, the rest of her pale white skin, fresh out of the bath, glistens back at me. First, I bring my hands to touch the slender shoulders in front of me. Then, as if to embrace her from behind, I crawl into the bed. Okay. I don't think I have to censor this. As if able to glide without any resistance, my hand drifts from Marison's shoulder to her arm. When I bring my face close to the nape of her neck, a faint heat along with the scent of the soap drifts towards me. Unable to resist, I kiss her neck, and as I do, I can smell Marison's scent, mixed with the scent of her soap. When I try to rub my lips against her, they glide across her skin like my hands did.
はい。
私の肌どうだ？
You are so self-conscious about your skin.
本当か？
Also, I don't think that's how the booba physics works. I think that should be more flat out on the side. Anyway, you probably can say this because I probably put a black box on everything here, but
はい。
like I said, there's nothing yet. I have no intention to lie. As evidence, my hand can't stop just stroking Marison's arm and goes around her sides to have its feel of the tenderness beyond that.
興奮するか？
ずっとしてます。
While continuing to kiss her from the neck down to her shoulders, Marison's scent make me lose self-control, and the sounds of my breathing eventually becomes louder than my kisses.
そうか。よかった。実は先週からコラーゲンも取ってるんだ。
I have no idea about what the fuck are you talking about, but sure.
マリさん。
Even though I'm at my wit's end,
若い子と比べても遜色ないかな。その北原と同じくらい。
なんでそんなにコンプレックス持ってるんです？マリさんだって十分若いって。
this one has failed to see through just how worked up I am. Where did that usual sharpness and confidence on her face
お
go?
前もマリさんだってって言うじゃないか。
Enough, yeah.
マリさんがとは言わないじゃないか。
Yeah.
お前そんなに年下なのが。
It looks like everything I admire about her, personally, her ability and her experience, none of it can win against just a measly 5-year age difference.
すいません。
Yeah, like at their age, 5 years is like nothing. I really don't understand the heart of the woman. Of course, if I did, then I wouldn't be here right now.
謝ってもしょうがないだろ。北原のせいじゃないのに。何言ってるんだ。
ごめんなさい、マリさん。
I spread pecks and kisses over and over across her nape and to her shoulder, blowing my hot hair across her skin, now with my saliva. In order to get Marisa to calm down from her needless confusion, I make sure not to be too intense. Okay, I think I will just like read silently and just skip most of the stuff because, yeah, we know, like he's gentle and stuff. Okay. She still refuses to turn towards me, remain cooled up and facing away.
そんなことないですよ、全然。俺、
少しはあるってことだろ。
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you just exposed yourself.
マリさん。
Yeah. From around her waist, I bring my head back up towards Marison's face. Marison's body was still facing away from me, however, she turned her face towards my direction and giggled just a little bit. She slightly opens her lip and I accept my own lips and tongue. This is our first kiss. To get to this point, there were a variety of twists and turns, or rather a variety of unlikely events that had come to pass. And it's all because of my unbelievable out-of-control behavior. Molly had every right to cut me off long ago, but in spite of that, she patiently held onto our relationship. I will take my time and steadily connect with her. Doing it the way I did back then is absolutely unforgivable. But we'll be connected. We'll finally see face to face.
衝動だけでセックスするような。
I can help, But I think that in this particular case, she used all her strength as an adult for a pretty childish reason. The fact that she went to such lengths to accept me shaped the person I am today. Who will not lose control or withdraw.
一つだけ
Okay.
確認させてくれ。
何ですか？
北原、お前、
I knew she's going to ask this sooner or later.
私、
はい、好きです。
先輩として
And
とか
that's all she need.
人間としてとかじゃなくて、
That's the very important
お
confession right there.
好きなのか、
はい、
好感が持てるとか、尊敬に値するとかじゃなくて、愛情のこ
Yeah.
もった、
She was the first one to be actually someone who loves her. Like, really.
はい。
なら、
Yep. Then okay. At that moment, Marison's stiffness melts away. She closed her eyes, as if satisfied, and let her body to me. All that's left is for me to make the decision. I really am the worst, aren't I, to have the gall to try and have something proper like this. It hasn't even been months since. The worst part is the fact that the words I said aren't lies at all, but actual truth. They are not words I said in a fit of delusion. They are not feelings that slipped out because I couldn't win against my own lust. Are you just saying that for the sake of saying, or you actually had some experience before? You called Haruki to have experience, and it seems like I thought like you were jealous, but apparently that's not the first time for you.
久しぶりの男が
In such a long time, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. The taste of the mint toothpaste finally fades away, allowing me to taste Mari's natural flavor. Sure. Also, I've muted the voices for the time being, because you could not stop the moans. If we compare our social positions, this directional relationship is usually backward. Even then, little by little, she allows me to be more assertive towards her. She looks dumbfounded, or perhaps there isn't actually anything reflected in the gaze of those dazed eyes at all. Okay, I think I can turn the voices back.
「私の方も仕事がどんどん面白くなってしまって、徐々に2人の時間が作れなくなっていった。
そうですか。
After we finished, Marissa didn't take any time to linger, immediately bolted for the bathroom, saying she needed a shower. She's trying to act nonchalant, all while hiding the bed sheets behind her back. I'm not sure what she's trying to accomplish by that. She better off wiping off the part where I went inside her if she wants to hide anything.
会えない時間が1月2月って長くなっていって、久しぶりに会ったのは前から話し事だった時、お互いもうこれはダメだってことが。
Okay, so now Mari is talking about her ex. Okay, I see. Having come out of the bathroom, Marisa looks at me as I'm lying on the bed at this time. She faced me directly and bruises her face on my chest after a moment of hesitation. There's no way I could possibly complain, being able to touch Mari's burning hot skin after her bath.
でも、それは本当に後日談でしかなくて。
After a moment of sharing each other warmth, Marisa begins to talk bit by
それ
bit.
よりずっと前に広がっちゃった距離に傷ついてて、そのことを忘れるために仕事に没頭して、余計に会えなくなるっていう悪。
So she literally was doing what Haruki is doing. Wow. Okay. She's telling me something dating back years ago. According to her, it's an event that didn't occur either recently or very long ago. She doesn't want me to bother wondering about the exact time it
し
happened.
かも、そういう時の仕事に限って質が悪くてね。当時のデスク、今の編集長にめちゃめちゃ怒られた時期。
Okay.
それがマリさんの仕事に逃げるなの原点ですか？
今思えば本当に悪いことしたわ。彼じゃなくてその当時の取材対象にね。
The person I was interviewing back then. What? Oh, to Haruki, I guess. What? I'm confused. I can sense nostalgia, a bit of regret, and a bitter aftertaste from her tone, and perhaps an attempt to come up with a alibi or an excuse. I'm sure it was quite a drama, but she clears it up briefly and consciously, almost as if trying to be considerate, or perhaps trying to make some jealous.
仕事に逃げるやつが許せない。楽しめるくせに楽しまないやつが我慢できない。
And finally she looks towards the present.
だからあの時のお前は本当に大嫌いだった。これ
And thus she ends up her narration with the slightest feeling of nostalgia.
はい。
But this isn't what I had in mind when I decided I needed to talk to Marisan yesterday. That being said, given all that's happened, I can't bring back the conversation to my intended trajectory right now. I wasn't even able to tell her what I was originally prepared to tell her in the first place. After all, the way I am now from the 2 hours ago has not become the way I was a little while ago. It's no longer a topic I can discuss with Marisan.
さん、今の私は仕事とプライベートを完全に切り分ける。ただし仕事優先で。
I don't feel that her strong words match up well with the amount of strength she's putting into warping her arms around my back though.
例えばさ、午後から仕事休んで2人で役所に行って婚姻届を出そうって約束したとするよな。おい、今のは全く他意のない例え話だ。妙なところ。
Yeah.
すいません。
Well, she did bring up quite an absurd suggestion.
それで本題はこっちだ。12時直前に特ダネの連絡が入って。
それは俺。
まあそうだよな。ちなみに私はためらいなく現場に飛ぶ。
Okay.
マリさん。
下手をしたら親の死に目もスルーかもしれない。
Damn.
今の風岡マリはそういう人間だ。
Yeah.
けど
Yep.
プライベートに戻ったら来たじゃない。彼氏に土下座する。許してくれって。
There are times when our enthusiasm is a little different.
それ以前にそういうことしっかり話し合っておくのが大事だけどな。
Yeah. Don't do weird shit at work.
理解のない相手とはもう恋愛できないよ、私は。
I imagine Marisan really believes that what she's telling me right now is true.
僕が今
分かってます。
After all, even though I've only known Marisan for a half a year, she's given me plenty of reasons to put my faith in her. And she's the epitome of the ideal workaholic to me. Yep, pretty much.
ちなみに俺はそういうのを理解しようとすると思います。
そうか。
She relaxes her arms, and her hands touches my cheeks. And as she inches her face close to mine, she initiates a kiss for the first
や
time.
っぱりお前は私が見込んだ通りの男。
Underling.
いや、後輩だよ。
マリさん。
I'm sorry, Marisan. With the way I am now, everything about my world, including myself, has been a lie. The real reason why I desire you wasn't because I wanted to heal the wounds I have. After all, I'm scared of losing these wounds despite how painful they are. And I'm only fooling myself that they are hurting so much. What I've received from you isn't a cure, it's only an anesthetic. Similar to the band-aid that Chiaki gave you.
マリさん。
そんな風に人を割れ物みたいに扱うな。
可愛いです。
私が言ってるのは。
And yet, this anesthetic just feels so good. If it continues on, I'm going to be dependent on her. And I'm going to pass the point of no return. Okay, and the other day. We are outside.
Oh.
What? Ah. Oh, Setsuna is probably saying or something or texting or something. Moment I realized that I turned off my phone and the LCD displays lit up for the first time in a day. The words 12 missed calls appeared and I felt bad. I would have been rather irritated myself that I had been unable to contact someone in the similar fashion. Who called Haruki? I don't know. Maybe Setsuna, maybe coworkers, maybe someone else. We'll see this in the next episode. Thank you for watching. I feel weird about this road. I like this road. I think so far I enjoy Mari character. But it's weird. I don't know, like Haruki is like kinda... I'm angry at Haruki. Less angry now, I guess, but still kinda angry. Anyway, thank you for watching, I'll see you next one. Click the like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, join my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for Pocket Watch, looking out.